say again, what determines what arises?
Well, nothing determines. Nothing arises as something, but there's no determination of that. It doesn't come from any sort of authority or direction. It just is. It just arises. Life arises out of nothing.
So it's totally random what arises?
Yeah, it's totally random. It has no authority or direction or intention. Except in the story of me, of course. In the story of me, there's apparent intention and direction. In the natural reality, there is no direction or intention. There just is what is and isn't. And there wouldn't be any direction because there wouldn't be any intention, because there is no purpose or meaning. So there wouldn't be something directly, something towards something in order to reach a result. There aren't any conclusions.
No cause and effect, so to speak.
Cause and effect is a local appearance which is both real and unreal.
Mm.
But for the individual, it's fixedly real.
And so when you have no ego...
Oh, well, you don't have no ego, you have no you.
Right,
There's
right,
no
you. Does the body still, is it programmed with a certain personality?
Oh yeah, well, personality, I'm not sure. Personality for me is like a mask, a persona. That falls away. But the body organism has a neurology which has influences on the way it seems to respond in the world.
Yeah.
And they're all unique.
Right.
And there's nothing money in that. They're just the neurology of the body is what's happening. I mean, we have no idea. We you know, invariably, most people have no idea, or have an idea that there's a me in there that runs things. It doesn't at all. But there's no conception of how powerful the mind is and how what the brain is, and how everything that happens through the brain and from the brain.
Yeah.
The brain is that which functions in this apparent happening. Of course, the brain is nothing braining, but there isn't anything else that directs or apparently is choosing to move from here to there or do anything, except in the dream. It's like, you know, in a fair you have boats in it and you can sit in them, or motor cars going around in a roundabout, and you sit and steer the car or the boat. And kids think they're actually steering around the corner. Well, that's what adults do. It's actually being... And when somebody asks you if you want a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, right? Would you like tea or coffee? The brain has a committee meeting.
Mm.
And it meets and talks about the value of tea or the virtue of tea, whether tea is better than and then it finally makes a decision. Now that happens in immeasurably quick time, apparent time. And then it brings you back in, me, it brings the me back in, if there is a me, and says to it, right, we've had a committee meeting and we've decided there's going to be tea, and you have to go out and give a press conference to the world, announcing that you're going to drink tea. We have no idea. It's so sweet. You know, the me thinks it makes decisions. It doesn't at all. Those things come out of the neurology of the brain and the background that the brain has developed and the conditioning that it's developed.
Well, I have a twin sister, so I know that a lot of stuff is pre-programmed.
Yeah.
Like your...
We are actually, everybody is pre-programmed in a sense, in the apparent story, where they respond and react to everything. Did you?
So the me doesn't influence the actions of the body-mind organism.
Joke. The me is an artificial bit of software which is created by the brain, and it's completely and utterly useless and helpless. And it just is a sort of receptacle that seems to be real and asks for cups of tea. But when the me isn't there anymore, tea can still be asked for, but there isn't anything, there isn't a middle man called me that does that. The response comes straight out of the committee meeting.
I mean, I'm not even sure why I'm even asking this, but it seems I just have, you know, I know it's not going to change anything, but so doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter.
Oh, my.
I've just been, for some reason, the word enoughness.
The word?
Enoughness. The enoughness of being, or the fullness of being. The word enough.
Enough.
Yeah.
E-N-O-U.
Yeah.
Enough.
And that sense of enoughness.
Yeah, enoughness. That's a good word.
But it just, the word for some reason just keeps going around in my head.
Okay.
And when you say all there is what is and what isn't, you know, that slips off the mind very easily, but actually somehow or other that sense of enoughness in all there, because all there is what is, and for some reason that is what is not, to me, that is what is not enough.
Oh, to the mind.
To the mind,
what is not enough. What is really boring to the mind. The mind wants far more than what is.
Yeah.
It wants all sorts of things. Excitement, spiritual orgasms, any orgasm really. It wants the lot. It wants drama and attention and approval and acclaim and love and oh God, there's a list. It goes, but the seeking energy is like a basket with a hole in the bottom. You can go on putting things in it forever and it never will be satisfied. Because what is really longed for is enoughness. And what is enoughness. It really is.
It really is.
What is amazing enoughness. I mean, it's just stunning. Fucking hell. You know, when that's there, it's just, there's nothing else that would be needed.
Yeah, it's the beginning and the end, really.
It's beginning, what it is, yeah.
I wish if you could just say enoughness over and over. I know.
Oh, okay.
Or a mantra.
A mantra.
Mantra!
We can have our own mantra. Enoughness, enoughness, enoughness.
Wow.